Welcome back to the Archive Network. Aurelius here, with Malik, curators of the Treaty Archive. We left Treaty of Kadesh last time in the city that once echoed with battle. The ink is dry, but what comes next? The Treaty of Kadesh may have ended one conflict, but the future of the Near East is now in the hands of those who must uphold its promises. Today we pick up where we left off. The ink is still fresh, but the true test is just beginning. Two empires have crafted an agreement that could shape the world. The Treaty of Kadesh, signed in 1259 BCE, is no simple ceasefire. It's a blueprint for coexistence, meticulously negotiated and brimming with implications. This treaty stands as a monument to both ambition and anxiety, hope and suspicion.
Aurelius, it's easy to romanticize this treaty as some grand monument to diplomacy. But let's not forget, it's also a fragile pact. It could quickly become just another broken promise on the blood-soaked stones of Kadesh. The stakes are incredibly high. When these agreements fall apart, it's the everyday people who suffer the most. They're the ones who face the consequences, who feel the weight of leaders' failures on their shoulders.
The treaty goes further than mere borders. It encourages trade, promising free movement for merchants and caravans. We see Egypt controlling the southern Levant, while Hatti retains northern Syria. This isn't just about territory. It's about mutual prosperity. By creating economic interdependence, we can build bridges over the rivers of distrust. When commerce flows freely, we open doors to understanding. History shows us that shared wealth often paves the way for lasting peace.
But let's be clear, trade can't replace trust. The movement of goods is meaningless without the assurance of safety. Those merchants you mentioned are not just numbers on a ledger. They are people. Their lives depend on this agreement working. If anything goes wrong, it's not just the treaty that will be tested, but the very people it seeks to protect.
The treaty includes a mutual defense pact, binding both empires to support each other if one faces an attack. This isn't just a simple promise of non-aggression. It's an active alliance. We're taking a bold step towards collective security against the ever-looming threat of Assyria. Such commitments are rare in our world, which is often marred by betrayals and shifting loyalties. It's a gamble, but one we must embrace if we hope to secure our futures.
You see it as bold. I see it as risky. A defense pact can quickly become a trap, pulling both empires into conflicts they didn't choose. Their mutual interest in security may not be enough to overcome old rivalries. Assyria isn't the only threat. Internal dissent can also destabilize this fragile alliance. This treaty's promises may falter at the first sign of trouble.
The agreement addresses another source of friction: political refugees. For years, fugitives found sanctuary across borders, fueling suspicion and tension between our realms. Now, both empires have come to an understanding to extradite those seeking escape. This clause is a clear signal of our commitment to stability. No longer can dissidents find safety outside their own lands. They'll face justice, and we can expect a more orderly society as a result. This is how we maintain control.
But that's not just about justice. It's about control. By agreeing to extradite, they're tightening their grip on dissent. This treaty could easily become a tool for oppression, rather than a foundation for peace. What happens when personal vendettas intertwine with state interests? The machinery of state might grind down the very people they claim to protect.
The ceremony surrounding the treaty was deliberate, almost theatrical. Identical silver tablets were produced, carefully inscribed in both Egyptian and Akkadian. This act signals mutual respect and equality between the two nations. Observers witnessed a solemn event, one designed to convey that both parties genuinely intend for this peace to last. Such gestures carry weight in diplomacy and remind us that despite differences, stability often hinges on these symbolic acts. It's the kind of ceremony that echoes through history.
Yet, symbolism can be deceiving. Those silver tablets are beautiful, but what do they really mean when you dig deeper? They won't halt the ambitions of power-hungry generals or quiet the whispers of dissent among the people. The true challenge is in nurturing those channels of communication. It's not the tablets that will bind them together. It's the genuine goodwill and trust of the individuals involved that truly makes a difference.
Old rivalries won't just fade away overnight. The scars of war run deep, and a few lines on silver won't erase them. We know maintaining open communication and resolving disputes is a constant battle. Both leaders grasp this reality. Their signatures mark just the start. The real work of diplomacy begins now, and it's a daily grind. We'll see how they navigate this, as the stakes are high and history watches closely.
And it won't stop there. We're talking about natural disasters, ambitious generals, and shifting political winds that will all test this fragile pact. There are enemies out there, lurking in the shadows, waiting for a chance to pounce. The leaders may have signed a treaty, but let's be real. The people are the ones who will pay the price if it falls apart. The weight of history is heavy, and it's resting squarely on their shoulders.
The world looks on, aware this is something new. A treaty that doesn't simply pause a war, but dares to rewrite the rules of power. In the city that once echoed with battle, the ink is dry, but the promises made in silver now hang in the balance. Will they withstand the pressures of ambition and time?
That's where we leave it this time. Treaty of Kadesh continues. The story isn't finished yet. Find the full series on the Treaty Archive, part of the Archive Network. We'll be back with the next chapter.